Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Patient Players Podcast. You are listening to episode 59. This is your November the 23rd edition of the podcast. I am your host, Daniel, joined by my wonderful co-host, Jordan. How you doing, Jordan?
Hi. Hi, Daniel. What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm referencing to you, Jordan.
Oh, right.
I'm sending it over to you.
For those of you visual watchers, I still don't have my graphics card, so Daniel had to set up things. But anyways, it's good to be here. It's good to be back. It's good to be home.
I like how you make sure explicitly to explain that right off the bat so no one questions your editing skills for why it's so janky today.
No, it's because you were doing this weird motion, and I was like, what is he doing? Because I have Discord open. I don't have the stream open. So I just see you just doing this, and I was like, is he trying to get my attention or something? Does he see something in my room? I don't know.
Oh, well, it's wonderful to hear from you, Jordan. This is a podcast about video games. We're going to talk about video games. We're going to talk about playing them. We're going to talk about deals that we found for them. And we're going to answer your questions either sent in to patientplayerspodcast@gmail.com or via the Discord channel or live from the live Twitch audience when we do our live recordings. So make sure if you are an avid listener or viewer of the Patient Players Podcast and you want to join in on those weekend recordings over at patientplayers.com/social, you can find all sorts of links on how to join the community and follow us. That's the podcast. You have a candle. What is that?
Best podcast. I accidentally just bumped my candle in front of the microphone.
Did it? Oh,
it smells so good though. I wish I could do some free advertising for my buddy who made this, but I don't think he sells them anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That was like a support for the military candle, right? Or was that a different candle?
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you did the advertising on the podcast a while ago.
Yeah, the original cause, or the original idea was you choose your own cause, but he went with that one for the first one.
Oh.
And then it didn't work out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
But he might go back to it later. It makes me sad because it smells so dang good. Like, this is my last one I have of pumpkin spice.
Ooh.
And I don't want to use it. I don't usually like pumpkin spice.
The pumpkin season is almost over.
Latte, pumpkin like spice cheesecake. Ugh, I hate pumpkin.
Really? What about like pumpkin pie? You don't like pumpkin pie?
I hate pumpkin pie. When I see pumpkin pie, I want to stab it
with a knife
right down the middle,
so
and then right down the other middle.
Cut the slice.
Yeah. More middles, and then I serve one to all my friends so that I don't have to have my own piece.
I mean, that seems like the only reasonable way to handle such an atrocious situation is pumpkin pie. That's not true.
Exactly.
Pumpkin pie is amazing. Pumpkin pie is delicious. Did you know, I learned this as an adult, once you reach...
I didn't know you learned that as an adult.
Once you reach...
That is very interesting.
Once you reach a certain age, you learn that grocery stores just make pies all the time, and you can just buy them. And... sometimes the pies
eat them.
Sometimes the pies are old, and so they want to sell them fast, and so they make them very cheap. If it's like, this pie has been sitting here for like a day and no one wanted the pie, you can get like $1.50 pumpkin pie sometimes, and then you just get a whole pie and it's all yours. That's the end of my story.
That's a good story.
Thank you.
It's good. It's a good story to live by, honestly. I didn't know that like the bakery clearance section was a thing until like recently.
You learned as an adult that
I did.
Bakery clearance section.
My girlfriend loves the clearance aisle, and she loves the bakery clearance aisles. Whenever you go to the store to get stuff, she always takes me to the bakery clearance aisle, and I'm like, these are donuts, eclairs, but they're on sale? What? Yes, I'll buy 2 boxes.
I feel like, how often are you going to the grocery store with your girlfriend?
Not very often.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, mostly when she's just like, hey, I'm bored, or I'm going, do you want to join me? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Just go
when
to the
I'm bored.
store?
When I want to work from break or something. A break from work.
So I was thinking about how weird that was, and I realized it's a little bit hypocritical because I went on an adventure this week. I took a day off, had a pretty rough week over the last week or two, and so I just had a day off work with like no plans, and
I noticed that. It was like
Uh-huh.
10 a.m. in the morning, and it's like Daniel's playing Hades, and I'm like, I thought he had a job.
well, that what day was that?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, that might have been a day where I was just on break, because it's a
Oh,
Switch
okay.
game.
Okay, nice.
Because there have been multiple days at 10 a.m. where I've been playing Hades this week. But this was on Wednesday. I went just on a little adventure with my wife, and she had to go pick up something at like a hobby store. And right next to it, they had a Dollar Tree, and I was like, I'm gonna go into this Dollar Tree and just buy things for $1, and it's
Spend
gonna be
$100.
no. I had a budget of $10.
Oh, okay. That's
It,
nice.
it was actually hard to stay in that budget. I didn't realize how many great things there are at dollar stores. There are candles. We got a little candle, so you could replace that candle. Probably not that big. It was like a really teeny candle, but smelled great. Some dinosaur wrapping paper for all of your dinosaur gifts and needs. I bought some sparkling cider soda, which was pretty good for $1 in like a little glass jar, like one that you would pour for minors at a champagne toast.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Got some baked potato flavored Lay's chips for $1.
Why would you buy like consumables at a dollar store?
Because you get like a big tub of like chips for $1. They had like ice cream sandwiches for $1. I almost bought one of those, but we weren't going home where I could freeze it right afterwards.
I love ice cream sandwiches.
I sent you a picture of this. I found a bunch of toys for that game Starlink. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you own it on like 3 platforms, right?
Just one now. I actually got rid of my extra copy like a week ago or a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow, that game, I cannot give that game a high enough score, in my opinion.
Really? It was that fun?
Yeah, it was so good. It was so good.
Oh.
And I'm so sad that it flopped because of the Toys to Life thing.
Didn't they patch out the Toys to Life stuff at a certain point where like you didn't really need them?
No, it launched like that, where you could just buy everything digitally at a higher price. And it all goes on sale all the time, where you can get like the deluxe edition for like $20 on Switch when it goes on sale.
What kind of game?
Like all ships.
Wasn't it like a Star Fox rail shooter kind of game thing?
Not rail shooter. The Switch version was a Star Fox. It felt like a Star Fox game, but it was not on rails. It was an open world spaceship Star Fox game where you could just like fly to a planet and go down through the atmosphere and fly around and do stuff, and then just head straight up and fly out.
Huh.
So good. Oh, it was so good.
I didn't realize it was so high quality. I was sitting here thinking like, if you're ever into this old Starlink game, go check your local dollar store. They might have like 15 different expansion packs you could pick up for $1 each, which I thought was funny. But yeah, it was a great little
or
adventure.
just buy every expansion pack when it goes on sale along with the game, because it goes on sale all the time.
So is the deluxe version truly like everything with it?
Yes. Well, I think they released the toys in 2 waves, so you get like I think the first wave, and then the second expansion pass is also like $10 when it does.
Cool.
So like for $25, you can get all the toys worth of the game, and I definitely recommend it on Switch because you get all that free Star Fox content.
Cool.
So good.
I didn't expect that to be like an actual conversation about games. I was just like, look at this stupid thing I found at a dollar store.
No, yeah, man. Like I can't recommend it enough, honestly.
All right. Well, do you want to talk about some video games, or is there anything else going on?
No, let's I like games.
Okay.
I played a few games this week.
That's
you could
good.
say, yeah. Luigi also has. See, I got my Luigi Mario Kart behind me.
Oh, yes.
Luigi's
I see
also
him.
been a naughty Luigi this week.
Oh no.
See, like Daniel, I am a patient player.
Mm-hmm.
I wait for those great gaming deals. I think the way how do you say it? Gaming in the slow lane. No, like what's the other phrase you say?
What?
Updates to our old favorites and stuff instead of getting on the newest trends. You know that line you always say at the beginning?
Yeah.
See, I do that. Now, Luigi, on the other hand, he not so much.
Okay. What did you gonna explain that at all?
Yeah, Luigi did a thing.
Oh, of course Luigi did a thing. Oh my goodness.
Luigi, how could you do this? Luigi, do you know how expensive these are, Luigi.
Luigi
You
purchased a PlayStation 5. Is that what I'm to understand?
You absolute madman. Yeah, I actually had the controller for it sitting on the box. I don't know if you noticed at the beginning of the stream, I reached back and I set it like right here to see if
You've got so many weird
keen...
controllers. How am I supposed to know what's like a...
I know. I set it there and I was like, oh, that actually just looks like a boring, just like white controller.
Yeah, because I'm not as familiar with the DualSense yet. Okay, so you have a PlayStation 5.
So I actually did it. I didn't think I would do it. So...
Well, considering that like 5 days ago we released an episode called "Can't Get a PS5."
Yeah. What if this episode's just called "Can Get a PS5?" Yeah, it was like 1 a.m. I was playing Hearthstone and I got the notification and I was like, "Hey, I'll try." Beep boop 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 boop. Didn't work. So I was like, oh well, and then I switched over to my computer and it was like still in my cart and I was like, oh, I'll try again. Beep boop boop. Went through.
You're like,
I was like,
oh, it happened. I did it. I did the thing.
I was like, oh no, I just spent a lot of money.
So is it you? But you were saying that like if you didn't want to keep it, you were just gonna give it to your friend who was having trouble getting one, right?
Right, and he, after all, was just like, I don't actually want one anymore because they're kind of pricey. So
of course, this happens.
So I'm just gonna keep it. And it's cool. I like it. It's huge. It is absolutely massive. It's like as big as my monitor. I can't really. Oh wait, you know what? Yeah, there you go.
That's if there's like two things I know about the PlayStation 5, it's hard to get and it's enormous.
It is a big boy. Like there's my screen and there's it to scale. I need a banana to scale. But
wonderful for our audio listeners. It's big. How
I know. Yeah.
Explain that.
It is big boy. It's like the size of my torso. Almost.
I definitely feel like you're getting the holding on to the ring of power. Why shouldn't I keep it vibes right now? You're like, I didn't need it, but you know what? I have it and yeah, I deserve this.
You know, I already sold my PS4 and it was to fund in part this purchase. I just need to sell a few more things now that it actually happened because I didn't think it would happen yet, if I'm being honest. But it's nice. I like it. It's
how long
very
have you
cool.
had it?
It came in the mail yesterday.
Okay.
Yep.
Is this why you were awake very late last night?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Okay. So what video games have you played on the PlayStation 5?
Okay, so let me tell you what. This was like the coolest feeling ever. Mm-hmm. So I got this PS5, you know. Mm-hmm. So I bought just 1 month of PS Plus because I was like, I'm hoping to get like a subscription for like Christmas or something because I don't actually care that much.
Well, but you need to have bug snacks, of course.
Oh, exactly, that too, and like the whole collection. It was so very cool. You know, I remember when the PS4 came out, I got it and there was nothing to do on it. I had it for like a few days before I was like, I need to buy a game for this because I want to play something. Mm-hmm. I boot up my PS5, I log in, and it's like, oh, here are your 220 games that you've collected over the past years of having PS Plus. You can play them all. And I was like, that's really cool. I have games to play on my new console, along with Astro's Playroom, which is included for free with it. And Bug Snacks, which was, the PS Plus free game.
How far have you gotten into Bug Snacks?
Not very far.
Caught yourself some bungers?
I've caught maybe like 3 bug snacks, and that's it. But yeah, no, that's basically all. That's just all I have to say on that.
Wow,
it's cool. The controller I think is like the coolest part of it so far. Mm-hmm. Just all the fancy stuff that it does.
And that's what Astro's Playroom shows off a lot, right? It's kind of like their demo.
Yes. Astro's Playroom is like controller of the game.
It's the Wii Sports of the PlayStation 5.
Yes, exactly. That's what I told someone else yesterday to explain it. But it's really good. It's like the Wii Sports. It's like the Mario Galaxy of Wii Sports for PlayStation.
Wow, slap that on the box. I'm sure it'll sell like hotcakes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are. The problem is finding the hotcakes. But other than that, I did like other actual normal games this week.
Cool. What else have you played?
Animal Crossing got an update.
Oh, I think this is the first time that I have not heard of the update before you told me.
That's so sad. Your wife has officially moved on.
She's moved on to Hades.
Same with that is
The real
quite
best
the
game
leap.
of the year.
Same with another wife's friend. No wife's friend. Friend's wife. Yes. She also used to play the Animal Crossing all the time, and she's also moved on. It makes me sad because I'm left alone.
People play
Everyone
video
left
games
me.
and then they finish the video games and they stop playing the video games.
No, they don't finish them. I finish the video games. They don't even get close to finishing the video games. I finished my art collection this week from trading online. So
my lands.
I need one more bug, and the museum is complete. I don't think I've ever done that because I always never did the art pieces in previous games. But yes, I love my Animal Crossing. So you can sit down now. They added a sit emote and like I take a selfie emote. They added a bunch of emotes, a bunch of new hairstyles, a Thanksgiving event, a Christmas event, and this time around they actually aren't making them available to time travelers, which it makes me just so happy.
Wait, like you have to have your time synced up?
Yeah, like
with the server?
Like there's a server somewhere that says this isn't actually live yet. People are skipping to when the events should be, and they're not actually there.
Huh.
So that's interesting.
That's bizarre, because that would mean that somebody who is playing offline will just never get those events.
Yeah, I guess so.
That stinks.
Now they need to connect to the internet just at some point afterwards, because people have said that you can still go back to all the old ones. So I guess you just get the update at some point, and if you miss it, you can go back to it.
Sure, but if you have some kid who like loves Animal Crossing, but like their parents never set up internet on their Switch and don't care enough to do that, then like they're gonna boot it up on Christmas Day and just not have the event. That's gonna be
some
so
Christmas
sad.
content. Yeah.
That's so sad. Oh well.
And then they go. I think you've made this example before, where they go to Charlie's house, and Charlie has like the reindeer at his town, and he's like, "What?
Yeah, and then you don't get
so
it. I mean, I guess more and more a world where like everything's on the internet, that's probably less likely to happen. But I certainly know people that would not be allowed to have the internet enabled on their Switches. So
right,
as kids, that is to say.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Well, my Heroes of the Storm team continues to practice and play all the time. In fact, I've been even dedicating some of my hours outside of practice to that because we are continuing to go through the playoffs. We have our second playoff game tonight. It is the semi-final round of our division. So the Devil's Rejects for the Nexus Gaming Series playoffs for this season.
Is it going to be casted? Do you know?
Should be. I think most of the playoff ones are casted, yes.
Sweet. I want to try and actually make this one. Even if I'm at someone's house, I'm going to tell them, I'm going to be like, at this time, just for a while, I'm just going to go off and watch some guys play video games.
Okay, well, good luck to you. It is a best 3 out of 5 series.
So it's going to be long.
So it might potentially be 5 matches of Heroes of the Storm if it's a close match.
That's kind of long, yeah.
It is kind of long, and it starts... For most of my teammates live on the East Coast, and so it starts at 9:30 p.m. for them. So we could be up until like midnight or 1 their time if this becomes a long series.
Good heavens.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I'm really looking forward to it. We did super well in our previous round. So yeah, honestly, a lot of games have taken a backseat to that. Like even this morning, I had some time to play some games before the podcast. And there's another new game I'll talk about in a second. And I wanted to play more of it so I'd have more to talk about on the podcast. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm just going to go practice this one character in Heroes of the Storm. All right, now, Jordan, you're showing me something. This is a picture of a dead Murloc.
Yes, it is funny. We were talking about Heroes of the Storm. 6 minutes ago, Heroes of the Storm tweeted this image, which means they are getting ready to tease, or they are teasing their next person.
Yes,
character.
That has been happening throughout the last week. They've been teasing the next hero, so that will eventually happen.
Wait, so there's more images then?
I think there were rumors, and then that's probably the first official image. I'm not sure. I haven't been following it.
Yeah, there's nothing else on Twitter.
But yes, first new hero in a very long time. I think since May, which was like midsummer.
Since May, which was not in the month of May.
So I've been playing a whole bunch of that, and I would love anyone listening, if you haven't played Heroes of the Storm, it's a great game. I would check it out. I will say that I avoided playing MOBA type games for years because of all the toxicity and the high time investment and skill investment and everything like that. And Heroes of the Storm is a wonderful balance of a little bit less time than needed than most of the other MOBAs each round. It's a little bit more forgiving on the game mechanics and understanding the meta. And it's also just really, really fun. It's free to play. So if you haven't ever checked it out and you want to, I would be happy to play with anyone over on the Patient Players Discord. So patientplayers.com/Discord, there's a Heroes of the Storm channel, and just shout that out, and I'd love to play with you guys. I did also last night. I had made an alternate account because there are times when I want to play with some of my teammates that are lower rank than me in the competitive mode, and if the gap in rank gets too big, it just starts ignoring the rank of the low players. So all of a sudden, everyone's playing at the high rank.
So you made a Smurf.
I did make a Smurf account, but I'm not using it to Smurf. I'm just using it to play with my friends, Jordan.
That's Smurfing. Smurfing is playing at a lower ranking than what you should be. You don't get to choose if you're Smurfing or not.
Okay,
let me make a Smurf account.
Let me clarify. That would be the case if I intentionally ranked this account low and then played low. But if I only ever play with my friends, then I should get ranked appropriately with all of my friends. Okay. And I will be at the proper ranking. You see what I mean?
Uh-huh.
If my rank is based on my win rate with my friends, then it's a proper ranking. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
But
makes sense.
When you first start the game, you only have like 5 free heroes. So I went ahead and I purchased the hero packs on my alternate account. So I have like, I don't know, like 33% of the heroes. I think like they give you some bulk number of heroes that when you buy those packs all at once. So I think my account's like level 4 or something. And oh my goodness, I had some of the most bizarre Heroes of the Storm matches I've ever experienced last night. I was playing on this alternate account with one of my teammates, and we were just playing, quick match or whatever, because you don't unlock ranked until you get to a certain level. And it was so weird. It felt like I was playing 2v2 in a 5v5 game, because me and this guy were Smurfs, and 2 other people on the enemy team were obviously Smurfs, like super good. And then all the other players were genuine, like complete noobs. And so they were just doing things that made absolutely no sense. Like that, we kept bursting out laughing because a character would like use an ability that only works on heroes in the middle of a bunch of minions, or like use an ultimate ability to hit a minion or something like that. And we're just like, nothing any of these people are doing makes sense, right? And then we get into a fight, and it's like me and this one guy against the 2 people who know what they're doing on the enemy team, and it was just very, very bizarre. There's a moment, on one of the maps you have to spend some time capturing an objective. And if you take any damage from the enemy at all, it interrupts you. So there's a strategy of continually interrupting your opponent so that they can't capture this objective. Well, at one point, one of the enemy, who is their healer, who's normally very vulnerable, literally just walked from behind my team all the way through my team, past the objective, just back to their team. Didn't interrupt us at all. Didn't get attacked at all. Like, they just walked directly through the middle of our entire team. It was kind of beautiful. It was a very fun experience, but it was also frustrating because I'm used to playing with people who know what they're doing after years of playing, and I'm just trying to have the Smurf account level up so that I can play competitive mode with my friends. That's my Here's the Storm story.
Interesting. And that's people on your team, right? You
said? I was just grouping up with one of them last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, so you've become friends with them?
Yeah, well, I mean, we were grouping up both because we're friends and also to practice for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yep. Or for today. Sorry. Time and dates and all that kind of thing. But yeah,
they grew up so fast.
If you're listening to the recorded podcast, if you head over to the Discord, I'll be posting the stream and the archive to the playoff games for the Devil's Rejects and the Heroes of the Storm channel. And that's my story about Heroes of the Storm. I have a couple other games to talk about if you'd like me to.
Yeah, sure. I just have a few also at some point.
I'm gonna bring up Genshin. Honestly, this is the first week I've kind of slowed down on playing Genshin Impact. I did not do my daily quests one of these days this week. And
you what?
I didn't do my daily quest. Is this
the first time?
In a while, yeah. I think it's the first time I haven't done my daily quest in a while.
Oh, okay. I remember the first time I didn't play Animal Crossing. I know that feeling.
I did log in to collect my subscription currency because I paid that $5. I'm gonna get all that currency, but I didn't go do my daily quests. But
so wait, have you missed a day of playing since you started playing?
I have not missed a day of playing since I bought the subscription. I don't think I've missed a day since the beginning. But, but it's weird too because they have an event going on that seems really exciting about like meteorites falling from the sky, and you got to go find them and you get all these extra points. You can just straight unlock a character for free if you play the event. It's a character.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a character I already have, but that's actually better because when you unlock a character you already have, they get more powerful. They unlock like an extra ability, and this character's extra ability is actually really, really good. It's like a flat like 35% damage upgrade. So in all accounts, I should be playing my heart out at this point to get the rewards. But honestly, I just need a break from the gameplay. Like it was fun, and I'm glad I played it, and it's not a bad game. But I just don't feel like playing that kind of game right now with that kind of combat and that kind of exploration. Like there are other games I want to play.
Things get old.
Yeah. And so I think I'm doing a healthy thing of like separating my mind from the like crazy free-to-play rewards center of my brain from like, am I actually enjoying this game? Because I found myself playing because I enjoyed the rewards, not because I actually enjoyed the game. And I'm like, you know what? I have a very limited amount of time, and there are other games I want to play.
It's min-max simulator. How much bang can I get for my buck in the most efficient way? Well, also feeling like I'm having fun. Doing it.
And that's a very like powerful feeling when you're playing the game of like, oh, I have reached maximum efficiency. I've used all my energy. I did all my daily quests. I've done this. Like once you've achieved everything that you can achieve for the time being, it feels really good, even if you didn't necessarily enjoy doing it. And I'm like, I don't want to ruin it for me, because the last time I actually did that and then I had time to go do like a story quest, I was not really interested in playing the story quest because I just wanted to get off and play a different game. And I was like, if I'm sitting here not enjoying the content the game has, let me just wait until that's something I want, and then I'll come back.
Nice.
And there's always going to be another event. I think that was the thought that finally broke me of the consistent playing, is like, you know what? As soon as the event's done, there's always another event right after it. So I'll just wait and skip out on some of this stuff.
Makes sense.
How about you? What have you been playing?
On the topic, just like last week, on a topic of battle passes, I'm still been enjoying the Hearthstone update. I brought that up last week, didn't I?
Yes.
I did. Yeah, that was last week.
Yes,
okay. Yes. Yeah, so that's been fun. And with that update, they also added achievements. I also mentioned that last week, but I've been like achievement hunting in Hearthstone this week, and that's been like tons of fun to do that for the first time, because it really a weird thing they did is that you can only get achievements if you're playing in ranked mode. So I thought that was a little strange, but like if there's a certain achievement you want to get, you have to build like a certain deck around it. And I'm not used to like building my own decks. I'm used to just going online, like this one looks good, putting it in, or this one's a meme deck, I'll use that. So I actually got around to like building my own decks because no one online had any. Like I don't feel like anyone was building decks yet for achievements because it was too like early, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe people just don't care.
They're still figuring it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was having so much fun like building my own decks to try and get these achievements. It was such a weird feeling to be achievement hunting in Hearthstone, and doing like weird things, weird gameplay things that I wouldn't normally do because there was a reason to do it, and you get like rewards towards the battle pass. So that's the main reason I was doing it.
It is strange. I agree with you though that like the ranked mode is where they want you fooling around for achievements, because it's like,
exactly.
I think that would be the mode where they just want you to focus on doing well, not like achieving a certain objective.
Yeah, and even when I was not achievement hunting, I was just playing. I was trying to rank up. I would come across a guy every once in a while who had this stupid, awful deck, and I was like, "What is going on?" And he would just lose, and I was like, "What was that?" And I'll check the achievements later, and I'm like, "Oh, he did play that one card like 5 times," and I was like, "What is going on?" But so people are just doing stupid things to get achievements and then just conceding in ranked mode, and it's like, okay, thanks for the free win, I guess. Like, I feel like they didn't really think about this, because the game has just a casual mode to just play against the random person. I feel like that's a perfect opportunity to get an achievement, because you still can't like abuse the system.
Right.
So
Huh.
I feel like they might change that at some point. I'm sure some people are complaining somewhere. Maybe
About
not
Hearthstone,
complaining.
I'm sure that's true about literally every aspect of the game at all times.
That's
Somebody's
fair.
complaining about something somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's Hearthstone. I love me some Hearthstone. Loving the new expansion. Wish I had wish all my friends and family hadn't abandoned it because they hated losing so much.
Or they didn't want to
So
pay for new card packs.
no, they would play with my card packs. And they just don't like playing against me and it makes me sad.
Every time this conversation comes up, I'm still like, just try Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so good. And you can build your decks and it's good. And I like doing that.
I played Lego Star Wars this week.
Go on.
You can get Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga on your phone
I didn't know that.
for $7.
Oh yeah, hold on. I have a question though. Maybe I know you can answer this question. There have been like 4 complete sagas, haven't there? That was like, here's the complete
No.
saga. No, here's the actual real complete saga. No, here's like the Skywalker complete saga. Also, here's like the remake of the complete saga.
No, there's only been one Complete Saga released. They released
Okay.
the first 3 episodes. They released the second 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
They made the Complete Saga.
Okay.
And then now they're coming out with another complete saga that includes the last 3.
But didn't they have a remaster at some point?
Nope.
Okay. Also, I think
Yeah.
our stream might be down. We will deal with that as the situation develops.
That's what I was thinking. It's a little frozen there.
Okay. Well, yep, I'm getting about 0 connection, but I'm still talking to you, so I don't understand
That's good.
What's going on
Or
here.
are you?
Am I?
I could have been in your head this whole time.
Possibly.
But
this might be a oh, there we go. It reconnected. Welcome.
okay, very good.
Welcome back to the Patient Players podcast, our live
Welcome
viewers.
back to Lego Star Wars. Dude, the feeling of playing like a complete GameCube game on my phone is so cool. Like I was sitting there playing it and I'm like, this is the future. I feel like I'm in the future. The future is now. But especially I bought a little phone gripper for my Elite controller, so I can sit there with my Xbox Elite controller and have my phone on top and play Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, not streaming, just natively on the phone.
And your version of the Elite has Bluetooth, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
So I played Lego Star Wars on my phone this week. I played Minecraft on my phone this week, which is crazy how like the Minecraft on the phone is also like the full Minecraft game.
Yeah, and you have your realm that you connect to, right? So it's just like you're playing your normal.
Well,
normal
no, the realm I have is Java only.
Oh.
And yeah, so I was just playing just a different world.
Okay.
It's still so cool that there's that these full games fit on a phone and I can use a real controller to play them. It's just the coolest thing.
I was halfway going to be all sarcastic, be like, you want a real game on your phone, try Genshin Impact. And then you were like, and you use a controller. And I remembered you can't do that. And that's still so infuriating. Like, what?
Yeah.
What? You have controller support. Why can't you just implement it on the phone? That would be so much better. It would be so much better. Okay.
That's honestly how I feel about Mario Kart on the phone. Like, I just want them to put in controller support. It would probably mess up a lot of stuff. That's why they're not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just love playing it so much more if I could actually use a controller to steer and not touch screen driving auto accelerate controls.
Auto accelerate, auto drift, right? If you turn or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or no, they had to add turning in an update. I forgot that they added turning to Mario Kart.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they had to add like full manual drifting. Or no, they added steering without drifting as a feature.
They added steering to Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, apart from my Here's the Storm adventures, I have been playing a bunch more of Hades. I have officially completed several runs worth of Hades. So I have passed the final boss checkpoint and begun to unlock some of the post-game content. And that game is truly a roguelike, right? They don't expect you to finish it just one time. Even the story of the game. If you haven't heard this, I don't speak too much about it just because I know this is like the consistent. This is the consistent feedback I'm hearing from like everyone talking about this game, is that it's just so beautiful how it wraps a story into a roguelike game, and every aspect of the like repeating process is actually part of the story, and the characters react to it, and the character like the story's based on that, and they find some pretty beautiful ways to continue that even after you've beaten the game. Without spoiling anything. It makes you want to keep playing, and I think that they don't actually like roll credits until a certain point, which I have not reached, but I think you have to beat the game like 10 times or something like that.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, so I am interested to see where it keeps going. Honestly, it's weird having beaten the game several times at this point, and still I can go into like menus and realize that there's entire systems I haven't unlocked yet, and they haven't even like hinted at how to do that. And so I just, at some point, I'm gonna pass some threshold, and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, here's this whole new mechanic that like you didn't even know about, and I'm really excited for that. I found a hidden boss for the first time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and
Still finding new content. That's really awesome.
That boss very quickly ended my run, and I was a little upset about it, but it was really cool to find the boss. And I'm excited to find a way to get back there. But that's been me playing with Hades. You need to play it. You really need to play it. It's so good. And then we can come talk about it and talk about cool abilities and combos and stuff like that. It's super good.
One of these days, out of the blue, I'm going to be like 35 and I'm going to be like, whoa, this Hades game sure is pretty fun.
If you say that, it's going to come true. Don't talk about it like that. Why won't you just play it this week?
Because I have no desire to.
Why don't you have a desire to play a game that's so obviously high quality and you're going to enjoy it?
Because I don't have a desire to. I don't get to choose my desires.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I can't force myself to want to do something. You know that. That's like Jordan in a nutshell.
Okay. I also bought a video game. Though.
It will happen.
I bought a video game.
I know when it does, I'm going to love it. Because I love roguelikes.
Gonna go insane over this.
Even like Binding of Isaac is getting a new expansion, and I'm just like, not now. But I played like over like 100 hours of Binding of Isaac.
Well, okay. So I bought a game immediately after our stream last week.
Oh. Yeah,
I closed out of our stream. I closed out of our recording session.
But was it on sale?
It was on sale.
Good.
Because there's a game I've been thinking about.
That's what we do here on the Patient Players. We game in the slow lane.
Definitely not the cutting edge of technology that came out last week.
Yes. What a disgusting way to live. I don't know anyone to shoot like that. Yeah, so what game did you buy?
I purchased, for the second time in my life, Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Oh, you always love those Dragon Ball punchy games.
This one is very different, because like the ones I normally play are, people refer to them as like 3D anime fighters, because they have a very specific style to them, and it's unlike your traditional fighting game. A traditional fighting game like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, like your 2D games, play very differently. And Dragon Ball FighterZ is one of those. And I'm not used to playing those kind of games at all. But I tried it out like probably a year ago or 2 years ago at this point, whenever it first came out, with Marion. I bought it on sale during a Steam sale for like $15. And we played it some, and she wasn't really enjoying it that much. And so I ended up using the Steam return feature, because I just didn't want to play that game on my own at that point.
Right.
I've been thinking about it more recently, and suddenly I've been getting weird like YouTube suggestions for it, because there have been other reasons I've been getting Dragon Ball related content on my YouTube feed, because we've been watching Dragon Ball. And I watched some of it, and I was like, this actually does look really, really fun. I'm going to keep my eye out for it. And the next day, Steam had their fighting game weekend sale, where like every fighting game on Steam was super discounted. And I checked after our stream, and Dragon Ball FighterZ was, I think, like $8 for the base game, and you could get the first pack of DLC characters with the base game for like $15 or something. So I ended up buying that.
Sick. Nice.
And I really only played through a couple of the tutorials and then like the first two missions of the story mode. I get the feeling the story mode's not really beloved in that game. Most people don't enjoy it, and that they play the game like just using arcade mode or playing against other people online.
Wait, what console or what platform did you say you got this on?
Steam.
Was it Steam? Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I've been playing it a little bit. I wish I had played it more, but I honestly just been practicing for this match that I have tonight.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
I still haven't seen last week's match, which this is out of the blue, but I like wanted my graphics card to come back so I could watch it in VR again.
oh
So
yeah.
that never happened, so I like hadn't watched it yet. But
Oh.
I assume you want it if you're playing tonight. I don't know how these things work.
Yes, that's how playoffs work. Yes, correct.
Okay, yeah. So, but I don't know that yet, so I'm still gonna.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
I want my graphics card back. Gosh dang it.
Do you have any status update on that?
No emails, no nothing. They got an email that they got it, so I know that they have it and that they're emailing me, about it, but nothing else other than that.
No tracking number or anything like that. That's
Yeah.
sad. I'm so sad for you. I hope by next weekend you have it. At least you have a PlayStation 5 now.
Dude, I was about to say, but playing this PS5, I went back to the whole. I wish these games had mouse support because I hate dealing with PCs so stinking much. I'm playing a console that was made to fit together. The graphics card works. The processor works.
Until it doesn't.
Everything works together. The frames are nice. if
Until like the red ring of death hits you, and then you're back in the same
Yeah.
situation waiting for the
but
repair.
then you can send the whole thing in and they fix it, and same situation, but I don't know.
Okay, let's talk about some of the deals for the week.
Let's do that.
There's some good ones, but there is not a lot to talk about because we're kind of towards the end of the month. So next week, I'm sure it'll be the end of November. We'll have a ton of stuff to talk about with all of the December deals. And Black Friday stuff has started to get announced, but it will have just passed by the time next recording is going up. So unfortunately, I don't have like a ton of deals to call out there for you. Do you have anything on Black Friday specifically, Jordan?
There is a massive, and we were talking about this before we started recording. There's a massive Black Friday sale for PlayStation games, which that's why I was checking it out in the first place, is because I have a PlayStation again now.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like tons and tons of sweet deals on really good games, like God of War 4 is like $10. Battlefront 2 is like $15.
Usually Horizon will go super low during these kinds of sales, and like The Last of Us Part 1 and 2.
Yeah. So if you have a PlayStation, like definitely go check out their Black Friday sale. Like lots of really good discounted games on there.
Sweet. The normal weekly deals from Epic, we mentioned that this week is Elite Dangerous and a game called The World Next Door. Again, Elite Dangerous, great space sim game. The World Next Door seems like a very interesting puzzle story game. I was telling my wife that she needs to pick this one up. And Mud Runner is going to be coming next week, starting on the 26th through December the 3rd. This is it a racing game or is it like a simulation game? Did you get a chance to look at this one?
It's like Farming Simulator, but you're driving cars through mud.
That's the second game with that description that I've heard about. That seems crazy to me.
Really?
Yes, there was a game years ago called Spin Tires that was very popular, and it was just that you were like a mud tow truck.
What a weird game.
Yeah, very strange. People like big vehicles and trucks and feeling like they're moving big vehicles and trucks.
I guess so. Yeah.
Whatever. That's going to be free on Epic next week. I did want to mention that one goes until December the 3rd, and then if you look at a calendar here, that only gives us another 4 games until the end of the year.
No, don't say that.
And as of yet, they have not announced that they are going to be continuing this program into January. So I hope we continue to see these free games from Epic, but I also imagine it's probably pretty hard to maintain free video games for everyone who wants it with no charge every week on end ad nauseum.
It's probably hard for someone who doesn't have Fortnite in their wallet.
That's true. I think our stream just went down again. We're going to ignore that and keep going.
Yeah, you're this is definitely recorded locally and offline, but your video stream for me and audio is getting real choppy. Did your computer start downloading something?
Not on purpose. I will continue to check that while you tell me about what you were just telling me about.
Great. What was I just telling you about?
That is a great question.
Shoot, I don't think I was telling you about anything.
Well, just that if you don't have Fortnite, then yeah, it's probably hard to do.
Oh, right. Yeah. Like, yeah, Fortnite makes the monies. I still can't believe Fortnite was taken off of Apple devices. Like, I cannot imagine how much money they are losing from that, like, every day.
Wait, that situation never got resolved?
Yeah, no, it's still banned.
Wow.
It got taken to court, and the court's like, yeah, you straight up broke their terms of service, so what they're doing is fine. The funny thing is, they wanted Apple's cut to be lowered a little bit. In the last week, Apple's like, okay, for all these and Epic was like, hey, we're doing this for the small developers out there. We're standing up to the man. This last week, Apple's like, okay, we're going to actually cut back on what we take out of all these smaller developers under all this amount. And Epic's like upset still because they want their cut also reduced. And it's like, oh, right. Yeah, you were doing this for the smaller developers. And now that actually happened, they're still mad that they can't have their own cut reduced. So
I'm of two minds of it. Because like, yeah, I can see that, like, okay, the smaller developers, we want them to have more money. And I know that was the main point of it. I don't think they should lower Epic's cost, but also if I was Epic, I would be mad, right? Like, I could see both sides of it.
Oh, yeah, I can see both sides of it too. Yeah, I still can't believe they did what they did, where they just flat out broke the terms of service.
Yeah, I mean, they did that totally intentional. They had everything ready to go with the lawsuit. As soon as
yeah,
they started.
Yeah, like that is such a crazy move. It blows my mind.
Well,
I'm just glad that I'm not like a phone Fortnite player. Like, can you imagine like those people out there who only have Fortnites on their like iPhone, and it's just gone one day? Like, that would be so sad if that was my main place of playing that kind of game.
Yeah, you got to find just some other thing out there
because they wanted more money. It's like, oh, that would make me feel real happy.
Now, I want to mention we also have PC Game Pass got a few big updates this week. Even though there's not a lot to talk about, there's some really good stuff. The Master Chief Collection is officially completed. Halo 4 is now released.
No way.
For PC. So
that's cool.
That is, as a reminder, Halo ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4, all one bundle. You can get it, just purchase it on PC, but you can also get it through the PC Game Pass program. And if you can believe it,
it's Monster Bunter.
No.
World Bunter.
No, it is Mount and Blade Warband is on Game Pass for PC. Oh my goodness. This little
Daniel likes
slice
to
of perfection.
Abbreviate his game names in the show notes so I don't know what he's going to be talking about. And I like to try and guess what they are, as in Monster Bunter, World Bunter. Monster Bunter, World Butter. Anyways, Mountain Blade Warband.
Mountain Blade Warband. It is out on Game Pass, and that's really cool. I like that. It's a good game. The sequel, Bannerlord, is what I've been playing this year. That's in early access still, but Warband is still incredibly good. So
very nice.
That's all I have to say.
You know what I was thinking
What are
earlier?
You thinking? What are you thinking?
If you pay for the Supreme Game Pass Ultimate, and that includes EA access, right? Is that EA access like cooked into your Game Pass, or do they give you an EA access subscription that like applies globally? Because EA access is on the PlayStation, which I didn't know this. I thought that they had their little PlayStations up their butts to not allow EA access on the PlayStation, but apparently that's a thing. Where if you have EA access, you just get access to some of their games. So I was like, if you paid for the Ultimate Xbox bundle subscription, could you technically get the EA games on PlayStation? Because that would be really crazy.
Maybe. I don't know. You got to answer that question for us, man. That'd be interesting.
Yep.
Cool. That's it for deals of what I had to talk about. And come back next week. Next week will be the big deal week where you can talk about some of the December deals, except for Humble Choice, which usually starts a couple days into the month. And then with Christmas, we usually see a lot of holiday deals. Last year, man, Epic blew it out of the water with the 12 Days of Christmas, getting a free game every single day. So
Oh
see if
yeah,
something like that happens again. That's going to bring us to the best part of the podcast, the final part of the podcast, the email section. I believe we have 2 emails today. Can you take us away with one of them, Jordan?
Sure. I had it open and then I closed it earlier. Okay, our first email. Hello, patient players. My first question today is, do you prefer playing 2D or 3D games, and why? Second, if you could change your name, what would you change it to? And this comes from regular writer of the podcast, Miranda.
Question, do you prefer playing 2D or 3D games? That is such a broad statement. I don't think you can pick on this one, right? Because it's like you have well done 2D games, well done 3D games, and vice versa. So you have poorly done ones for both.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Even Among Us is like a 2D game, right? Technically speaking.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. 3D games, I mean, like, it's by definition 2D top down, right? Because you can't go up or down. There's only 2 axes of movement. Well, and then it's like, when you say 2D or 3D, are you talking about graphic style, or are you talking about actual movement? I'm going to go ahead and try to do a stream restart here, because this is getting real bad. Give me a second here.
Okay. And your Discord video is also still choppy, so I think it's just your internet.
Yeah.
But I would say if I was forced to pick between the two, I would probably go with 3D, just because there's more stuff you can do in 3D. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I prefer playing in 3D over 2D. There's a lot of great 2D games, and there's a lot of great 3D games. It's just like an art style almost, where it's like, it's or game mechanic, I guess I should say. It's really just a game mechanic. Where you can't really take this mechanic from this game and this mechanic and be like, which one do you prefer? It's like they're both different mechanics that different games use.
It's also a matter of the genre, right? Like I don't think you could do a first-person shooter in 2D, or really any first-person game, right? Like
Doom.
But that is a 3D environment with 2D sprites. Yeah. So like, also welcome back to stream. I don't think the quality is much better. Yeah, something is certainly going on with my home internet. But yeah, the types of games you play super matter. So, because like you couldn't do, I mean, the people have done like turn 2D games into 3D games, but sometimes you can't go the other way around, right? So very weird question. Changing your name, I assume we're talking about real life name, not like my gamer tag.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I like my name. I've kind of grown up with my name. Quite literally. So yeah, I don't. There's not like a name out there that I always hear and I'm like, oh, I wish that was me. Like, no.
I do like my name as well. I actually like. I know the background of my name of Daniel comes from the Hebrew, with El being a reference to God, and Dan is
or Superman's parents.
Sure, which I'm sure is not a reference to God at all, considering Superman was created by some Jewish guys. Anyways, Dan is in Hebrew judge, and so Daniel means God is my judge, which is a very poignant reminder.
Terrifying.
At all points of your life to remember. It's also fun.
Very interesting.
It's fun to bring that up to other people named Daniel, and I'm like, hey, do you know what our name means? And they're like, no, and then I just drop that on them. And they're like,
and then you just ruin their life
like,
forever.
Oh, okay. Give them something to think about. That's the way I think about it.
That's a lot cooler than mine. I just mean downflowing. Like I drank too much water.
But you're named after a river, so what do you expect?
Well, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Our last email for the podcast comes in from your Seuss nerd, Mern.
What?
It says,
our last email is not from Kate or hacker of the podcast, Keaton?
No, apparently they're out battling it in the void. They have done too much damage to each other. Neither can write in.
I hope they're okay.
This one says, in the last episode, Daniel asked if the Dr. Seuss movies were any good, and Jordan threw out a blanket no. And I must say, sir, take that back.
Wait. Did I actually say that?
I believe that you said Not really.
Okay, that's not no. If I do recall very specifically saying that The Lorax was a movie and I was entertained, that is not a blanket no at all. And we even looked up the scores. It was like half. It was like half and half.
Okay. Well, there's some evidence on the other side here. It says The Cat in the Hat, utter trash. I'll give you that one.
Cat in the Hat. The live action one.
The Lorax, not bad, but not the best, I suppose. Though I still enjoyed it thoroughly. But Horton Hears a Who and The Grinch from 2000. The Grinch is a classic Christmas movie. Sure,
Grinch from 2000.
The Who's are cringy, but they're supposed to be. And Jim Carrey did a phenomenal job, and The Grinch is so sassy. It shows kids the effect that bullying can have on someone, and that it's never too late to change your heart. It is also a commentary on capitalism or materialism. Now, Horton Hears a Who, a beautiful children's movie which teaches kids the importance of standing up for what you believe in and defending those who can't defend themselves, especially when people around you don't understand why you're doing it. It also talks about anxiety and people-pleasing in JoJo's story. So I say, not all Dr. Seuss movies are bad. Sirs, from your Seuss Nerd Nerd.
Friendly reminder, question and answer is for questioning and answering.
I mean, I feel like she's questioning our audacity.
Oh, okay. And our answer is?
Our answer is... Also,
yeah, the I thought she was talking about like the cartoon Grinch Stole Christmas, and I was like,
the new Grinch?
The live action one was good.
I know the old cartoon Grinch or the new cartoon Grinch?
Oh, that's right. I like the new one, actually.
Oh, really? I don't think I've seen it.
Did you see the new one with Benedict Cumberbatch?
No, I have not seen Babble Boop, Cabersnaps, Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
I enjoyed it a lot, actually. It was a fun movie.
Oh, okay. I like the old one. I'm down for a classic Christmas movie. It doesn't have to be high quality.
Too classic.
That's the only reason you watch it is because it's so classic. You just leave it on and you drink your eggnog and you have the old Grinch.
Doing things merely because they're tradition. Gag me with a spoon.
Gosh, you're such a hipster. Just play Hades even though it's popular, please.
I'm not playing Hades because it's popular. I literally bought it because it's popular. And I mentioned this. I was like, it's crazy. I just bought a game just because it's good. I don't know anything about it. I don't think I've ever seen gameplay of this game. Maybe that's why I don't want to play it. I've never seen gameplay footage, so I have literally 0% of what to expect.
I will show you. It's so good.
I don't think I want to see. I kind of like that. I made it this far.
You
Maybe
like
I can
not
make
wanting to play it.
I like, yes, because it sounds like a game that I will like a lot, and that I need to have no other games on my plate so that I can, when I have time to play a game, I can be like, I don't have anything else to do but play more Hades.
You just bought a PS5 and we're about to hit Christmas. You're not gonna not have games to play for like 6 months.
And that's fine with me. I have it in my backlog, ready to be played when the time is right.
All right, well, that is the end of our emails. That is the end of our question and answer section. If you want to get in on the fun, despite some of the rough streaming we've had today, I do apologize about that. But if you are here for the live chat, you can always ask questions at twitch.tv/patientplayers. Otherwise, if you're a listener via our YouTube channel or via any of the other podcast services like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, anything like that, it's not patientplayers.com, excuse me. patientplayerspodcast@gmail.com is the email address that you should email your questions in. Again, Jordan, could you say that for me one more time?
Yeah, which one?
The email.
Oh, sorry, I checked my phone. I was like, do we really not have patientplayers.com? And then you said, no, Jordan can say that again. And I was like, shoot, was he talking about the website URL or the email name? patientplayerspodcast@gmail.com. Send us your questions, to that email, and we will answer them in the question and answer section.
All right, let's take this hot mess into the train station. Thank you for joining episode 59. We will see you next week, episode 60.
Choo-choo.
Ka-choo.
Hot mess.
Ka-chugga, choo. Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good week.